announced it that long ago. Let's make this. Episode 1 of my Alton Towers series. If you saw the trailer, you'll know what we're doing, but if you didn't, what we're doing is we're just looking over an Alton Towers that I built recently. It took me 3 months, and we're just seeing what about, seeing everything, and by the way, when I say everything, I built everything. So without further ado, let's go on and look at the stuff. So we've got the campsite over here, doesn't really need much looking around, and either does the stargazing pods. They haven't got that much to them, because they've not got that much to them in real life. Like, they're just good, but they're for camping. But over here we have the first cool place, the Enchanted Village, which has actual lodges. See, they're nothing special, they're just normal lodges, but still, like, they're not enchanted like the other things, but yeah, they're still pretty cool. We have the Crooked Spoon over here, the swing park. Yeah, I built basically everything with this, like, including the swing park. Over here we have the Alton Towers Hotel, which we're not going to look too much into all the hotels and stuff, but we're going to have a wee quick overview. Like, we have the Alton Towers Hotel, which is just an average 3-room hotel. It's an average design. See, it's still a good hotel, though it's not that close to the original, but still works. And over here we have the CBeebies Land Hotel. Yeah, I'm running out of things to say for the hotels because they're all basically the same. But look, this time we have a CBeebies poster on the wall. Yeah, but trust me, it gets better from here. But over here, you have the first actual fun thing to look at. Splash Landings. I'm not going to show you guys a hotel because it is literally just the same as every other hotel I made. But look at this. We have a full water park in here. I'm not going to show you any of the slides because that take me a long time. But I promise you every slide here is working. And I probably spent quite a while on this. I don't remember exactly how long, but it was definitely quite a while on this. Probably the same time as making one full land in the main park. But anyways, I don't think the hotels are that interesting. Let's head to the best part of the video. The actual park. I'm just got to the top and I'm entering my sky cart. We'll be using the monorail to get back home, but I'm entering my sky cart, and just a wee second, something that takes this time, but
you have been teleported to minus 12.50, minus 60.00, 131.50. Teleported Jamster to minus 12.50, minus 60.00.
Much better. Anyways, here we are at the entrance to the park. We can see what's open. This basically just tells you in the Minecraft version what rides work and what rides don't. So you can see a lot of the flat rides don't work. But still, some of them work quite a lot. Most of them work. Even some of the flat rides. Like, let's try and find one. What's a flat ride that is open? Most of the flat rides are shut, but I'm sure I built some. Yeah, the Grand Carousel. I built some ones that actually do work. But so you can buy tickets here. Do I have some emeralds on me? So let's buy our tickets. I got a ticket so I can enter the park. And yeah, man, be a bit full, don't question. And I've also got some maps. And now we can make our way around the park. So we make it to Tower Street, and wow, this was the most painful bit to build, but we're in the entrance. So what we're going to head to first? We're going to do an order of the oldest to the newest ride. We're not going to go on every ride, but every big ride. So we're going to go to the oldest big major ride in the park, which is Nemesis. So I'll come back when we're there. Here we are at Nemesis. And you can see, yes, I built the whole ride. So here we are, we're at the entrance. And we're in the queue line. Yeah, there's no people in the queue. Alton Towers is obviously very quiet today, but we're on our way down, and look at that, we're in the monster. Yeah, the station for Nemesis was... didn't have a lot of space because I didn't want it to be massive. Some of the stations are a lot bigger, but I couldn't make them big. But anyways, let's head on Nemesis. Now, as I'm on the ride, I will talk about some things that have been happening on my channel and some new things that I like to announce. So the first thing I'd like to announce is a new cubing channel that I will be putting up very soon. Because yes, I have got into cubing. My biggest cube I can solve right now is a 60 about 40 seconds normally. But what have I been now? I've just not been taking it. Then as soon as I started the video, it was the biggest film series which would take a long time to make. So I've just not been doing stuff, and then I have it's stuff that takes a long time. Don't worry, after this we'll schedule straight back to one video a month. It worked well, but not the videos this big. Like, this took 3 months to build, like this whole park. I'm working on for 3 months, and it's probably still not finished. We'll probably go to something and be like, oh, that needs fixed. But for right now, it's good enough to make a video on. Anyways, that was Nemesis. As you can see, quite a good ride. It's got loops, it's got thieving, it's got everything. So let's head to the next biggest ride, and well, the next oldest big ride in the park, Oblivion, which is all the way in X sector, which is the other end of the park. So again, as last time, I'll meet you when we're there. In fact, I better get the toilet first. Meet you then when we're there. Here we are, the vertical drop itself, Oblivion. So as you can see, I've got the full XI arcade. I've got the theming. I did have the TVs, but they kind of didn't look that good. So I'm in the queue line for Oblivion, and let's head on. So this one has there's 2 rides in here that have a redstone system, and this is one of them. Yeah, I did some barrier blocks. You can't build this in survival because it uses barrier blocks and just some. It doesn't use command blocks, but it has some things you just straight up can't do in survival. Like, you can't build stuff like this. Oh, there we go. We're at the top. Lean over. Down we go. We're into the tunnel. Up we get. And down and back into the station. Yeah, there is Oblivion. I don't jump queues. And look, we're in the Excite arcade. And yeah, we're heading to the next major ride that was in the park, which is, if I remember, Spinball Wizard. So that is just right over here. But if I'm wrong on any of this stuff, and you just feel free to put in the comments. Same with if you have any criticism in this park. Like, I'd happily listen and just change some stuff. I really am looking to make this park the best it can be. Like, I'll accept nice comments too, but if you have something wrong with the park, I'll happily listen in and build whatever you think can need changed. So anyways, we're on Spinball Wizard. Sadly, this ride doesn't spin. I know, disappointment, but it doesn't spin. There's no way to make it spin, sadly, but it does work. Except if there's no one in it. For some reason, if there's no one in it, it doesn't make it through the track. But if there's someone in it, it easily makes it through. Rides about. When we get to it, I'll tell you what one's the first ride about at the end. But yeah, let's head to the next new oldest big ride in the park, which is again quite far away, so I'll see you. And I snap my fingers. And here we are. We're at Galactica. Sadly, this ride doesn't go in the front because that is physically impossible in Minecraft. Well, if it is possible, again, put in the comments. If some of the stuff that I'm saying is impossible, put in the comments. But as far as I'm concerned, it is not possible. Yeah, as we're going up the lift hill, you get a really good view of the park, as you can see. It's quite a lot of stuff. I won't even show everything in this because it'd take a very long time, but yeah, you can just see some of the stuff. Well, we're at the top, and then we go, oh, take a second, there we go, we're off. Up, get our photos taken, we're going down into the top. It's not such an actually so long enough, but it's only the top straight. And then, actually did build the roller coaster restaurant as well if you want to see it. You don't get actual food in it, but yeah, I just thought that was quite a cool thing that I built. And the next ride is 13. No, it isn't. It's Rita, then it's 13. So here we are, we're at the tyre entrance. And up into Rita Station. We're in our car, and 3, 2, 1, launch. Up. So now it's 13. Now this was probably the most complex one to build because I originally built it and it just went in and dropped. But I didn't like it very much, so I decided I'd make an actual redstone system that holds you there, then drops you. So here's the ride, and let's set off. We're going up the lift hill. This ride is normally a lot faster than its lift hill. It's known for having quite a fast lift hill, but we're going up, and we're heading into the castle. As soon as we head down, you'll be in that castle in no time. Here we go up the second hill, and then down the tunnels, and the massive tunnels, and up we go, and we're in the castle. And then we're done, we're at the end of the ride. Totally. Oh no, the ride cut stop. What happens? I keep seeing ride cuts just on the track, even though I remove them, they just keep appearing. I don't know why. But we've got now we've got the ride that took the longest, and I'll see if you can guess what it is as I'm on my way, because I'll give you a couple seconds to guess. And it was obviously Smear. It was also the first one I built. I built this all the way back at the very start, and I've added a wee bit to it, but it's still the same. Actually, it's the same. I've added a new queue line, and the middle was changed. But apart from that, everything's the same. Yeah, I did change a lot since the trailer video was released, as you can tell by the big time gap. But we're in the station. And yes, this is one of the more. But yeah, this one I had to get quite creative on because everyone knows you can't do a loop in Minecraft. So I had to change some stuff. I'll skip over the lift hills and stuff because they're quite boring and take up time in the video, so it'll be 2 minutes. Here we are at the top of the first lift hill, and down the hill we go. Up to the first loop, to the second one, and then to the point of the crash. Down we go. Up we get here, back down to the last time. Up to the second version of the first half, the final first half and down.
Halfway corrected.
As you can see, we're halfway corrected, and I will meet you at the top of the hill. And down we go onto the second half of the ride. This is basically the same as the first half. It's a bit shorter, I think, because it just doesn't feel like it takes long. Maybe just I don't know. But this ride was an absolute pain to build. As you can see, it's the longest ride we've built. Actually, because even the Blackpool that I made before that, I didn't actually post on my channel. But about the big one, I still think this is longer, not as tall, but it's a longer ride length. So yeah, we're not really excited now, so I'm meeting you in the station. Here we are, in the queue line for the final ride I'll be showing today. But if you want to see some of the other rides, I'll be comparing all the rides to the real thing in the final part, which I don't know when it'll come out, but anyways, we're in the pre-show area, and let's open the doors and head onto the newest ride in the park, the Wicker Man. Going through the first tunnel and up the first lift hill. Again, we'll skip this. Yeah, the lift hills aren't very exciting to watch, so I just skipped them. But we're through the first tunnel and second tunnel, and then we go to this down the first up hill, through the Wicker Man statue. Here we go. So let's head back to the end, the first bit of the park. Let's head back to the first bit of the park because I've still got one more thing to. Well, this is actually Hex, by the way. I built it in the wrong location on purpose just because it looks cool in the right location was obviously taken up. But yeah, it's not very exciting. It doesn't really work. It looks like it's more exciting from the outside, which you've already seen. But finally, let's go. As you can see, we're going to head back at the monorail so I can finish off this video. So, let's head on the... Well, I was going to say ride, but it's not really a ride. It's a ride back. We're on our way back to the area in the car park. So, you can see the monorail station there. And that's me showed everything. I hope you enjoyed this video, because this has been definitely the longest video to make. You can tell because I had to make a literal trailer for it. But I've got other parts coming soon so you can see the rest of what about, and you can see me compare them to the real life things. Well, actually in Alton Towers, and finally I'll be vlogging in Alton Towers. I don't know when that will happen or if it will happen, but if it does, please hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in part